Hi, baby. So now the plan is to go to the grocery store, possibly go to Target, and I think that's it. Ideally, I would want to go to the comic book store because there's something that I need to pick up, and it would be kind of dope since she's wearing her Ninja Turtles outfit to take her on her first trip to the comic book store. For those of you that don't get to see our community too much, this is what it looks like. So I made it to Ralph's and I ran into an interesting predicament. I didn't know where to put the baby carrier. So I just placed her like on the seat. I was trying to look up some YouTube videos to see if I can find like some advice on what to do, but no dice. So just found the biggest cart that I can fit her in and put her in the carrier. So far so good? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You did pretty good, baby. Why are you getting mad? So we finally made it to Target. I switched her into this. What I didn't show you guys was that she lost her shit right when we were checking out at Ralph's. So we had to make a pit stop at home to get her a bottle and a new diaper. But she's good now. Now she's just looking at all the toys at Target. I don't think we're gonna do the comic book store today because it's super hot outside. Almost done. Little baby's knocked out. How cute. Came back home. It's a hot one outside today. I think it was like around 90 degrees, so I think it was starting to bug her a little bit. So anyway, just to kind of wrap up, yeah, so this was like a last minute daddy-daughter day. Didn't get a chance to go to the comic book store because the weather was just too hot and she was starting to get grouchy. Yeah, doing day-to-day stuff with just, I mean, thankfully it's me and Janet, but just like one or the other. Like if we decided to just go to the grocery store or just even to Target, like, no, Yodis. No, Yodis. Sorry, I think she was getting annoyed with the camera in front of her face, so I'll just have you look at our bookshelf. I don't want to be on camera because I don't even like the sound of my voice, let alone my face on camera. But anyway, yeah, just got me thinking about a couple of things, just how difficult it is, like if one of us has a day off and we need to go run errands, just simple things like putting the carrier, or actually where to put the carrier when you're shopping for groceries, things like that. And I realize it's kind of easy to fall into like a slump where like you kind of don't want to dress up and you're just going to the grocery store, so you kind of just plop on some sweatpants and some chanclas and you don't do your hair or whatever. And it's kind of easy to fall into that routine, especially being like a new parent. And that's one of the things that me and Janet try or are desperately trying to avoid. There's two obstacles that we're trying to avoid in our day-to-day lives, and the first one being we want to maintain like a clean house. So I know a lot of people used to tell us when they used to come visit that once we have the baby, like that's all gonna go out the window, all the organization and the little trinkets that are in the bookshelves and whatever. And I told myself that that wasn't gonna change, even though we're gonna have additional items like this little baby seat and little bottles lying all over the place. We're still gonna want to keep like an organized home and keep it nice and clean, and we make it a point to do the bed every morning, so so we can come home and like the apartment is nice and clean and fresh and it doesn't feel dirty. And honestly, that makes a big difference. There was like a YouTube video that I saw a long time ago. It was like a Navy captain talking to like a like a cadet class in Annapolis, and he was talking about how it's important to make your bed every morning because it kind of sets you up for your day, and you know, it brings structure into your life, and I think everybody needs that. That's why, you know, people that don't work, I honestly, you know, I think sometimes you can lose your mind by not having any kind of structure in your day-to-day life. I remember I was like that for a couple of years, and I was like borderline falling into depression because I didn't have any goals, I didn't have any structure, I didn't have anything to strive for. So I think it's important for people to have some kind of structure in their life. And yeah, so we make it a point, and Oli's looking at me right now with like milk dripping down her face. So some little things like that, like getting your bed done in the morning, it's amazing how much of a difference that makes when you come home and your bed's clean and your living room is clean and everything is organized, as opposed to having like a long day at work and coming home to a mess. Or even vice versa, just even if it's your day off and you're just at home all day. For us personally, just sitting at home with like trash and junk all over the place and empty bottles and clothesline all over the place, we can't do that. That we instinctively have to start to clean up, but I think it starts to make you feel a little bit better too, and that kind of also translates to the other obstacle that we wanted to overcome, and that's always to kind of maintain like a nice appearance when we're out in public. And to each their own, like if you're comfortable wearing sweatpants and t-shirts, I mean, that's all you, but honestly, you'll feel a lot better if you just kind of put some effort into it and slap on some jeans, iron your clothes, do your hair, and just kind of head out and just enjoy the day. And you know, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like, I'm not saying like expensive clothes or just to look sharp, because I'm like the king of bargain shopping, and I like to shop like at Burlington and at Target. But you know, I think you can make yourself look really nice and presentable even when you're just buying clothes from Target. And I think it's important that you don't let yourself fall into a slump where you know, your house is a mess and you don't do your bed every morning, and B, you know, you kind of don't put any effort in your appearance. I think stuff like that helps. It's the same like when you go to the gym, you know, you hate having to go to the gym and you hate having to do the reps, but everyone always talks about how amazing they feel afterward, and you're kind of like on a high and things like that. So little things like that help, and that's definitely what we're trying to do on our day-to-day basis. You know, we always want to make sure that when we put Oli on camera a lot, videos and photos and stuff like that, we always make sure that the photos are presentable and that she's well dressed, and you know, she looks like a nice little clean happy baby, because that's our image, that's the brand that we're putting out there, you know. And it's not, I mean, it can be hard at times, especially like on a day like today where it's just me by myself. Janet's at work, you know. It was a little hard getting dressed and putting all of her stuff together and kind of going out in public, and you know, just a normal routine, making sure she doesn't lose her mind. But it can be done. A couple of hacks that I do, like if I'm not in a position where I can iron my clothes, because I personally like to iron my clothes every day before I put it on, and I like to clean my shoes every day before I put them on. So that's like my OCD. But like today, because it was just me and Oli, if you guys want a little life hack and you have a dryer at home, a washer and a dryer, if you actually put the clothes that you're gonna wear inside the dryer and put like 3 ice cubes, or what I do to minimize the noise is I'll do like a quarter of a cup of water, and I'll pour it like on the clothes and throw it in the dryer, and then start the dryer, and I'll kind of let it cycle through for about 30 minutes. When you take it out, the water actually kind of steam presses your clothes, so it's not as wrinkled. And like in my case, blue jeans and a black t-shirt, throw them in there, 30 minutes later they're actually nice and wrinkle free, and you can just put them on and start your day. So the cool thing about that is, you know, you can throw those in there, and then you can do other things like get the baby ready, get her bottles ready, get the backpack ready, and by the time all of her stuff is done, hi mama, your clothes is ready, pop on your clothes, and you're ready to start the day. So yeah, I guess you just have to figure out little things like that. And by no means am I like on a soapbox acting like I'm a better parent than anybody, or you know, there's people out there that have 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, and we just have our one. But I think honestly, I think what I'm saying isn't wrong. You know, maintain a clean household, do your bed every morning, give yourself some structure. I mean, keep up with your appearance. I mean, I don't want it to sound vain, but you do feel better about yourself, and you know, it gives you a little bit of self-confidence, and it's like, why the hell not? Just you know, put on your best face and go out and tackle the world, even if it's a 90-degree day and you have a grumpy baby that needs to be fed and has a dirty diaper. I mean, just enjoy it as much as you can. Little baby's knocked out, time to start dinner, so I'll catch everybody on the next one. This is kind of fun, so I might be doing another vlog maybe sometime next week, but I don't know, we'll see. See you later.